it's almost, I want to call it tyranny of nostalgia. That we're losing our paper in Seattle, and I've talked to a lot of the press people, and they keep running back to stories they did in the 1970s and 1960s on how they busted some cop and how wonderful that was, and I keep thinking, I was barely old enough to walk. I read the funny papers, and you're telling me about this. And I'm hearing the same stuff. I mean, it's a little worrisome, because what I see coming, and what I see the ultimate extension of what you're saying, you know, that we need to open these things up, is what I forget the last guy who said, questioning whether the university is even relevant anymore as a credentializing institution, and whether paying $40, $50, $100,000 for a liberal arts degree, when the first thing you're going to do getting out is pull coffee for $9 an hour for the first 10 years, if it's even worth it. And if it isn't, what if open source education meant the possibility of providing open academic courses and then providing a layer of open source credentializing methodology? Then you've created a business model. I hate to use the word business model in the middle of an academic thing when it gets thrown at me. Then you create a new business model where it's a relatively cheap way to be credentialized. And if it's that so, every university in this country and in this world is in trouble. Because how do you justify raising what we're going to end up doing, raising our tuition 7 to 10% because the state just cut our funding by a fifth? How do you justify that when you can go on to an open source system, pull the courses from MIT courseware, pull the courses from Oxford, pull the courses from Open University, and then have a credentialized system to back it up, and do it for far less money? How do you justify the university?
I don't think you can ever justify education on any grounds other than the realization of human potential. I think every other grounds for justifying education is going to miss the point. When you realize your potential, there may be a vocation you can follow, and that may be something that you'll get paid for. Maybe better, maybe worse, I don't know. But I think that it's really easy to lose track in all of the conversation about preparing for the workplace of tomorrow and restoring America's economic dominance and all of that. The fact that education is really one of the bravest experiments we do with human potential when it's at its best. Now, that, it seems to me, is not about nostalgia. That's about looking forward. That's about hope. And it's something that I'm not prepared to get rid of. Now, am I prepared to justify the situation you're talking about, $50,000 a year for something that is highly commodified? No, but again, I really think, at least for me, the conversation needs to start and finish with the idea of how we realize our human potential, both singly and together.
Well, when people say we, like that, I always begin to worry. For some people, it's about realizing human potential. For other people, it's about getting a job. For other people, it's about curiosity. So, I mean, to describe some sort of higher motive to all of this and say, this is what we are trying to do, what you mean is, this is what I think everybody ought to be doing. So, but, look, I think that society's tolerance for funding social clubs for rich people is rapidly coming to an end. I think that those days are almost over. Last fall, George Siemens and I ran a course online. It was an open course, and what that means is we did not simply make the materials available like MIT does as advertising, but we actually held the course openly. Anybody in the world who wanted to take the course could take the course. They could do it absolutely free. They could use their own tools and participate in their own way. We had 2,200 people, and 4 of those paid tuition if they wanted credit. We had it set up so that credit could be given by any partner institute that wanted to give credit. So we were able to have 2,200 people take a free course and get credit however they wanted to get credit. And that is the model that is going to replace the monolithic social club for rich people where you meet the skull and crossbones and plot how you're going to take over the world. And I think society is going to be better for that. And one of the stuff that Gardner is defending this privilege of the elite thing with the high-minded social values.
Stephen, I really object to that. All right? Defending the privilege of the elite. Okay, I'll say I. All right, that's right. Okay, right. We'll say I, and I will say that I came out of nowhere. I read nothing. I've talked with no one, so everything I say comes straight out of my head like Athena. you know, you're drawing the debate in a way that radically oversimplifies it, I think. And I would be the last one to defend the privilege of the elite in finishing schools. My background is nothing if not un-elite in that respect. And I believe that it is very easy, tempting, to speak in such an exaggerated way.
It's not exaggerated.
Well, we disagree then, and I think otherwise.